If they have issues, I mean, that's why there's all that shit that never gets talked about, you know? You have to deal with shit.
There's a lot to be said for talking about shit.
It doesn't go away.
I'm not talking about shit, I'm talking about when you're stuck in a car with 3 other people for a matter of, what, 5 weeks, and you know you're going to be stuck in this situation, do you address the conflict of all the 4 of you are in this stuffy space in this car, or do you let it sit and just kind of see what happens for a little bit?
But it's not letting it sit and see what happens, it's like letting yourself get fucked over, you know?
Fucked over being what? Like, what are you holding on to that you can lose?
Your own desires, your own, like, what you've, like, put your money into for this trip. This is your summer, this is your life, you know?
But it's also 3 other people's summers and 3 other people's lives, and...
Exactly, and
if you're not sharing a situation.
But if they're not respecting yours, why should you think about it like that? They're not thinking about, well, this is their summer, they're thinking about, this is my summer. Why should you think about it? Well, it's their summer. They're thinking about that for themselves. You have to think about, this is my summer.
Well, if you can accept the fact that they're thinking about that and they aren't willing to compromise with your perspective...
And why should you accept that so easily?
You're just going to make the situation extremely
So you
difficult.
should be complacent and say, this is their summer, I'm just following along, I'm just, you know, spending my money along the way, and, like, just kind of going along with the flow.
If that's the only peaceful sort of resolution.
Why should you be peaceful when they're being so selfish? They're not being peaceful, they're being, like, greedy.
Because for your own selfish right, you don't want to encounter conflict for the next fucking...
Why should you be afraid of conflict, though, you know? They're not afraid of conflict.
Because you don't want to fucking live in conflict.
But
because you don't want conflict to be fucking...
So you're just going to get stepped all over to avoid conflict?
What's funny here is that I behave like Mike, but I agree with you.
Thank you.
But like, I would think like Alan, but I do what
you can't let yourself get stepped all over, man.
It's not being
you avoid
stepped all
conflict,
over.
which is nice and peaceful.
You get
but at the end, you'll kill yourself.
You get stepped all over when you have expectations, which may be stepped all over. If you're going into a situation with expectations, you have.
So you'd rather go into. All right, that's true. If you go into a situation with no expectations, then you're fine. But if you go into a situation with high expectations, you're gonna be fucked. You're gonna hate yourself.
Yeah. So you don't.
So if you're going into this situation with no expectations, then you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
No.
Well, good. Well, then I think you're.
Sorry, I only have one.
Fine. You guys ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm? It's on TV. Alright, we're cool now, Mike. We settled that. No expectations.
Yeah.
Seen the one with the nail, right? That's